was just out there doing the sounds and I heard my name and I was prepared for this. But I'm just going to, since I've been invited, I'll just stay here. Maybe say a few words. I'm not going to stand behind the mic because usually when I do, I look ridiculous. And as actors, we like speaking on stage, especially at theatre like this without a mic. Now, the first thing I thought when I was walking down here is, how am I going to top Kevin's speech? So that's not going to happen, right? You know, since there are a lot of parents here, I'm just going to say a few things, right? You know, when you send your kids to do theatre, sometimes you always have this question mark. Why? Right? What's going to happen if I send him? My child's going to be having late night rehearsals, he's late to school, sometimes he cuts school, right? And then what's going to happen to his grades? And for a boy, is Shakespeare, is theatre the right thing? I mean, shouldn't he be going up there playing rugby instead? Right? Or something else, or cricket, or football, or whatever. Now, I just like to tell you one thing in terms of personal experience. I am somebody who did theatre, who even did theatre on my O-level year when I was a student at St. Peter's College. And true enough, I mean, there are a lot of kids out there like, great colours even after theatre. But funnily enough, I am somebody who barely passed my O-levels, right? And when I got off school, believe it or not, I got a Sri Lankan prize in marketing, right? I was really bad in school. There used to be 45 kids in class, right? And I used to sometimes come 44th or 45th. I kid you not. Today, I'm a lecturer at the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. Right? I'm 28 years old, and I'm also one of the youngest general managers out there. Wow. The question is, I performed so badly in school, so is it really worth it when it comes to grades? My answer to you is this. Doing theatre sometimes is even more valuable than some of those A's or B's or C's you get out there. I'll tell you why. There are plenty of benefits when it comes to doing theatre, but I'm just going to focus on one thing today. One thing, which I'm going to bring this out today because Kevin didn't focus on that. It's this big, black, dark word called fear. Right? Every single day, you and I are afraid of something. Right? We're afraid to get up on stage sometimes. I was terrified to walk out. Right? We're sometimes afraid to walk and talk to people. We're afraid to stand up for ourselves. We're afraid to try new things. And we always have this wall in front of our faces saying, can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? And there's this big black wall in front of us which is called fear, which is stopping us from doing things. Right? Now I'm going to take an example because I think it's relevant from something that happened in the play this time. So we got into the finals after Kevin's brilliant direction, right? And we had 1 week to try and see if we can win the trophy. So now Kevin, being Kevin, wants flash things added on. Of course, those weren't shown on the stage today because the stage is small, so we couldn't do the large additions because that for the finals performance was catered to the Bishop's College auditorium. So Kevin said, you know what, let's spice this up, right? I want soldiers, I want shields, I want armor, I want helmets, and I want pillars, right? So just a few days before the finals, Like a big shot, he comes and tells the cast, I want these. And you can obviously imagine the faces of those guys. We have a few days to go. How are we going to manage all of this? Now I can see a few people grinning because this is what they've been talking about at home, right? Right? Yes? No? Come on, don't let the fear stop you talking. Right? So all these kids, right? I mean, the reason they came home at around 12:30 in the morning is because of that gentleman seated right behind. He tortured just kids, made them stay behind, and he made them paint those pillars, he made them do those shields, make those armors, and all those things because he wanted the production to look good. Selfish, right? Selfish, right? So, at the last day, when we were, just the last rehearsal, we're talking to each other, saying, great job guys, this, that, blah, blah, blah. It's not about the win, we just need to go out there and enjoy. And I told them, by the way, crew, fantastic job. We couldn't have done it without you. Cast, fantastic job. You guys have really improved. And I just wanted to say, this is the speech there. I just wanted to say, you guys managed to make all of this happen in a few days. Kevin stops me there, comes and says, and that is the lesson, the other lesson which you are going to learn. When I told you to get all of these things done within a few days, you had this question mark, can I do it in such a short time? They did it. Whether they could do it or not was just a big black dark wall in front of them, right? Which they didn't know whether they could do it or not. But ladies and gentlemen, they pulled it off. And that is the lesson that your children are going to learn when they get off school. And they do more theatre, hopefully. Right? Because where I am today, as a personal, how I've personally grown, is not because of academics. I mean, it's good, right?